Today we are going to be going back to the basics and doing a little bit of a get ready with me video. I'm going to chat with you, tell you where I've been, what's been going on with my life, and what's to come in 2023. I do want to first start by saying thank you so much to all of you that have been with me for so long, have stuck around, or if you're new here to my channel, I love doing this and really just am excited for 2023. So we're going to jump right into showing you how I did all of this right here. New year, new me. My year got started a little late this year. Usually I'm kind of somebody who, my birthday is January 9th, which is, what was it, last Monday, I guess, the week ago Monday? I don't know. Anyway, I generally don't, I start my new year and I start to get into habits, and I try to kind of start to get into habits at the beginning of the year, and then I try to kind of like think things through a little bit in the first week before my birthday. I kind of take that time to decide what I really want to do. This year started off a little crazy for me. On Christmas, my dad actually, he's been on and off sick for quite a few years, and he actually was unresponsive on Christmas Day. And so I drove up there Christmas Day and I stayed there for a week, drove down there, I have to think about that. And I was there for a week, and then he passed away on New Year's Eve in the middle of the night, between the day before New Year's Eve day and New Year's Eve day. So I just got in the car and drove straight back home because I had been gone for a week, and I was just, you're just ready to be home in your own home, and there was nothing else I could do after that, because we had already, during that period, my brothers and I had already planned the whole thing and had done all the work we needed to do. So for the funeral and stuff like that, because they had told us it wasn't, he wasn't going to come back out of it, kind of thing, unfortunately. He was sick for not sick, I take that back. Sick is the wrong word. He was having issues for many years, a good 7-8 years. I think 2017, we moved him back from Florida because he was having falls and strokes and things like that. So there was nothing else I could do. So I came back home, and I was home here because we couldn't have the funeral until not the first week in New Year's, the second week in New Year's, because the way the holidays fell this year, everything was behind as far as timing, because Mondays were celebrated holidays for both Christmas and New Year's. So it ended up being, my birthday's on the 9th, it was on January 11th. So we all drove back, MJ, Marty, and I, and then Marty's mom came with us, and then his sister, my sister-in-law, and one of our good friends drove separately, but they all came as well. So, and it was just I was in this weird holding period for the first week of the year, because I couldn't get into my normal routine, but it was it was just off. Just between it actually happening, we said it was kind of like the boy that cried wolf. It had happened so many times that they told us he had been in hospice a few times and things like that, and they were like, this is it. So it's kind of your brain doesn't register it when it actually is closer, I guess. So that kind of was all over and done with, and then it was okay, that was a Wednesday. So now we're on to Thursday and Friday. It's hard to start something on a Thursday or a Friday because it's you're almost in the weekend. So I just kind of was I'm going to just readjust. And I was starting my new year on the 15th. Just to update you guys first on what my thoughts are for the year, my plan, whatever have you. I've been loving this. It was the only thing I took with me when I went away, and I've been loving this palette, and you can see I'm hitting pan on a couple of them. I think, so here are a couple of my focuses for the year. Is one, I want to work on the fact that I feel like last year I bought a lot of stuff because I'm just like you guys. I saw it on other people. It interested me. It was something that was like in fashion, for lack of a better term, right then. And it was a lot of items last year that I wore a few times and then I didn't wear it again, really. I realized that last year when we were moving, because I was like, oh wow, I just picked this up recently and I don't love it, you know, and stuff like that. So I was kind of like, I want to get back to the basics, for lack of a better term, is I want to try to find classic pieces. Now, classic does not necessarily mean buttoned up or like, you know, blazers and like that. I do feel good in those things, but I just mean more classics, like classic styles, classic cuts, classic colors, like pieces that you can wear over and over and it still looks great. Like here's a perfect example, this gray sweater. It's from Amazon. Classic does not have to mean expensive. This is from Amazon. I think it's probably around the $30 mark. It is super pretty, super comfortable. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit on my lid. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It's very, very, very comfortable. Like I said, not crazy expensive, but it is just a piece that I can wear for so many years and you don't look at it and go, oh, she got that a few years ago. You know what I mean? So I am just trying to focus on that, focus on those classic styles. I am now 49 years old. I'm going to be 50 next year. So I really also this year want to focus on like health isn't, well, I guess health is the right word. Like on my health, like I am not, I'm going to be completely honest, is I am not the best eater. Like I am and I'm not. I'm good at protein and like I'm good when I'm at home with veggies. But when I go, and I'll get a salad here or there, but like if I have my choice, I would much rather like, I'm like soups. I'm not like a vegetable soup person. I'm more like a creamy like chowder or bisque or like heavier style of soup. And then as far as meals, like I don't love roasted vegetables. Like I eat them because I know I should, not because I want to. And so this year I am really trying to focus on everything I'm reading. I followed this woman, I think it's Jen Pike is her name, on Instagram. I'll try and find it and link it down below. And she specifically, I can't speak, she specifically works with and on women who are pre, post, perimenopause, right? And so with that, I am trying to follow some of the things, not all of the things she has to say, but a couple of things that kept coming up, not just through her, but through other people too, was the whole like, as you get older and as you're working out too, not just as you're older, but as you work out too, is protein is the key, which makes sense. That's why everybody has all these supplements and all these things that have all this protein in them. Protein is what helps build your muscle and this, that, and the other. So, and I talked to a couple other friends, my friend Mandy, Fashion with Mandy on Instagram as well, was talking to me about how she, and my friend Liz, about how they focused on really concentrating on the protein part and like making sure that they get moving again. Because I was doing Weight Watchers, as you guys know, and I like Weight Watchers. I like the accountability of it. But you know what I don't like is when I started trying to track my protein, they should incorporate this in. There is no way on their app to know how much protein you've had. Yes, I understand their 0 point foods are high in protein, right? I get that. But I want to know how many grams of protein, which I get. Again, they work on a point system. I don't know. Is there a way to put in how many grams of protein you should have in a day. I don't know. They don't have that. So I went back to using my Fitness Pal app, I think it's called. My Fitness app, my Fitness Pal app, something like that. I went back to using that because it tracks a couple different ways. It tracks your carbs, it tracks your protein, I can't speak, tracks your fats, okay? And then it does a breakdown too of like your sodium, like all of those things. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to that. I used to use that all the time, way back in the day. So I went back to that because it tells me what my protein is, which is way helpful for me, especially considering that's where I'm trying to focus. So I went back to doing that. Since COVID, I would say I have not had a consistent, I really, really liked for a long while there Evlo and doing Evlo, which is an online system. I'll link that down below for workouts. It's so good if you have joint issues, any of those things. She and her whole team are just amazing. I started many years ago when it was just her and I loved it. But that being said, I was finding at home, I have a whole area over here where I can work out, everything, TV, all that. But I was finding I was making excuses. I would skip one day and then I'd be like, oh, well, I'll just skip tomorrow. Oh, I'll just skip another day. Like it was not good. And so there's no gyms around here that like spoke to me. You know what I mean? That like really caught my interest, had classes. Marty and his sister go to a gym here and they love it. It's just not my thing. The classes weren't interesting to me. I used to do great with group fitness. So I found this place called Pure Barre, and I think they're a franchise. I have no idea, but I think they're all over the place. And I joined there. I've only done 3 classes so far. So, so far I like it. I feel like it's good core strength. Like it's really good for women. I mean, I'm sure men can do it too, but something about it just spoke to me. So I was like, all right, I'm in. So I signed up for that. It's month to month. Like I don't have to do anything crazy. Like you pay for a month, you use it, you can cancel at any time. Sorry, it's a little shine there. So I'm giving that a try. So now we're talking, I am for my health, because I don't like the term diet. I don't like the term, nutrition, meal plan. I mean, I know all of those things. But just nothing, I don't know. Anyway, I don't do that great with tracking. So once I start learning my proteins, I mean, I know what proteins are, but I've been finding all kinds of good like snacks and things to eat and like different ways to have yogurt or things. So I'm not cutting out dairy. I'm not cutting out anything. I'm just going back because when I cut things out, guys, I will automatically go running to that thing the first time I try it. I go like hardcore. See, I can't do the like, you know how people do that whole like cheat day? Oh my God, if I did that, it would never end. It would be cheat day every day for me. It would not work. So that being said, I have found for me, this is just on me personally, that moderation works better. I can still have a little bit of something. Just don't eat the whole freaking cake. You know what I mean? Like have a couple bites. Just don't eat the whole thing. Or if I feel like eating the whole thing, eat the whole freaking thing, but don't then eat something else that day. I heard this statement long ago, many, many years ago, that your eating is like a bank account, right? You're not going to overdraft your account. So don't like, by eating like a candy bar and then eating like, I don't know, a cake and then eating like cheese and crackers and whatever else. You're basically putting your bank account in a negative, right? So you have to balance it all the time. Make sure your bank account is balanced. I mean, nowadays I feel like we had to learn in school how to balance a checkbook. I don't think they do that anymore. I don't think they even know what a checkbook is. Let's be realistic. So, I mean, I don't even use checks anymore. I couldn't tell you the last time I wrote a check. like physical check. So anyway, that being said, I'm trying to find balance so I can learn that I can have that cake for dessert, because I'm not a drinker. Drinking is easy for me to cut out because I don't drink. I might every year have like 4 drinks, like legitimately, that's it. So that part is very easy for me. I don't have the empty calories of that, but I have a nasty, nasty sweet tooth. So I eat a lot of sweets. That's just how it is. I love sweets. I mean, I don't eat a lot of them. If I had my choice, I would eat brownies and cookies all day, every day. But so I have to learn that because I also, I'm going to put this out there, I'm going to admit this. I also was a person who would, when somebody wasn't around, it was like it didn't count, right? So I would eat, instead of eating like a cookie, I'd eat like 4 or 5 cookies, right? Or I would eat things that I knew I didn't even want. So I wanted it, but I didn't want 4 of them. Does that make sense? No, let me rephrase that. I did want 4 of them. I didn't need 4 of them. And I knew that. I always felt like if nobody's around, right, it doesn't really count. Who knows? Where I got that mindset, I have no idea. So that being said, it's kind of like I'm trying to learn to eat the things that I love and I want, but just in smaller amounts. And I am going to focus on, I'm making sure that every day I have a certain amount of protein to it. The app tells you what that should be for your current height, weight, all those things, and how much weight you're looking to lose. I'm not looking to go crazy. I'm 160 now, give or take. If you want to follow along on this, by the way, too, my Instagram, I update way more. But I'm like looking to get down to closer to 145 would be ideal, but I'd be happy with 150. Right now I'd be happy with 155, hell. But it's also toning, getting better in better health. It's just all of it. My sister-in-law and I were talking about this. I just want to be the best version of me when I turn 50. She's 10 years behind me, so she's going to be turning 40 when I turn 50. I have to think about that. So with that being said, we're both like, I'm working on it this year. Like, that's my plan. So that is that plan. Another thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be what I consider a more authentic version of myself. You guys on YouTube, remember, back in the day, like, there wasn't as much editing. It wasn't as crazy. It wasn't as scripted. I felt like last year, a lot of what I did felt produced, scripted. It wasn't produced, I mean, by any means, it was just me. But it just didn't feel as authentic as it used to. And I think I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to get back to like doing more like Friday style videos, like showing you guys maybe what I pick up, maybe trying it out, trying things on, like just more casual. Maybe that's the right word. Not as edited. Same thing on Instagram. I felt like I was getting very, like, I would sit down on Monday and plan out my reels for the week, and I would know exactly what the posts were going to be, and I would pre-tape them. So a lot of times when they actually happened, it didn't feel as in the moment for me. So I'm trying to do that. I also, oh my gosh, if you follow my Instagram, it's so freaking funny. By the way, I just had my hair colored yesterday, so it is a little bit darker, but that will fade down. But I love it. I love the tone of the base of it now. So I have been, because I'm really, really bad about taking pills. Oh, ever since I was a kid. My mom used to have to like, not chop up, what's it called, like mush up or like disintegrate like Tylenol in orange juice for me in a spoon so I could take it. That was before they had like the medicines they have now for kids. But I could never swallow pills. I was always bad at it. And I can get through them, but I was trying these ones from, what's the brand? Modier. It was like this OptiPack thing. And oh my gosh, I was getting such heartburn from swallowing the pills. It was horrible. I just wasn't doing well with it. So I am trying right now. It's so funny. They're called AG1 athletic greens, something, I don't know. And it's like a powder of greens and you mix it and drink it and you just drink it kind of quickly. It's comical, guys. Like, it's so funny. I keep trying it different ways because everybody gives me different suggestions. I don't know, at this point, maybe it's better to take the pills. It's bad. But it's all of your pre, postbiotics. It's like all of your greens in a day. Because like I said, I am not the best with veggies. I'm going to be honest. Oops, I just pulled that curl. I felt it. I don't know where it went. All right, it's going to go this way now. I'm just not the best at just doing that. Like, I do it because I need to, but I don't love it. So, and I'm fairly good with protein. Like, I like protein. And nowadays it's so easy to even find, if I need a quick snack on the go that I can keep in the car that has protein in it, like, that's so much better than grabbing like some chips or a cupcake or whatever it is, you know, like Little Debbie, I don't know what the heck are those things, all those different ones. You know what I mean? Like, that's just so much better. And yes, I know the prepackaged stuff is not the best thing for me as far as protein, but it's better than if I ate a bag of chips or something like that. So I have been testing out all different kinds of things over there. I found the best, if you haven't tried this yet. So I used to eat, still like it, eggs every single morning, but I eat egg whites. I'm not a big egg yellow person, right? Just never been my thing. I just don't like, love deviled eggs, just don't like the, like, scrambled eggs, never been my thing. So I saw this thing, I don't know, Instagram, TikTok, one of them, you know, and it was putting cottage cheese, fat-free cottage cheese into your scrambled eggs. And they were like, it is so amazing, it is so good, and it gives you all this extra protein. Well, I also don't like cottage cheese. Yogurt, I can deal with. Cottage cheese, no thank you. Why do you like cottage cheese? Not my thing. So I tried it. I did 4 eggs. 2 had the yellows, 2 had the whites, just whites, because like I said, I'm not a big full egg person. Oh my gosh, you guys, they make them taste like buttery and it's so weird and smooth. I don't know. It looks horrible. Let me mention, when you first make it, these pieces over here didn't get as good of a curl. It looks horrible. It looks chunky. It looks like it's going to be a mess when you're like scrambling it all together. Oh my gosh, with a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. I'm obsessed with it. That and turkey bacon in the air fryer. If you have not tried it that way, it makes regular bacon look bad. It is so crispy, so good. I just realized I'm burning the edge of this because I kept sticking the curling iron down on that. Wasn't even paying attention. Oy. So, oh my gosh, I've been trying out different things. I like yogurt, but I like ones that have like fruity flavors and stuff like that. I don't like plain yogurt. So I recently found a thing where you take plain yogurt and this is not for breakfast, by the way. This is like for a snack during the day. And you mix in sugar-free Jell-O and a little bit of fat-free whipped cream. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. It's such a good dessert. I also have been taking like protein bars. If I'm craving like a candy bar or something sweet or a cupcake, take them, put them in the toaster oven on like a piece of nonstick foil, and you heat them up just for a couple minutes, and then you take a spoon, squish them down. Oh my gosh, it's like having a baked cookie. It's so yummy. But I'm finding all these different things, and maybe I'll do a video about this one week because, you know, I'm trying to like not overthink things as much and like just kind of go with it. So you might be seeing that coming up soon too. If there are any things that you guys would like to see, I would love to hear about that down below. I am playing with makeup more again. I recently picked up, I'll show you guys in just a minute actually. We'll do after I'm done my hair, we'll do a little bit. Actually, we can do it while we're doing it. So I picked up a couple different eye palettes because I have been on the hunt for more of like a pinky tone one ever since I've been doing this. I got the Urban Decay Naked 3. I'm sure I owned that at some point back in the day. This pretty Bobbi Brown one, Day and Light eyeshadow palette. Whoops. Very pretty. Then I got, this one's going back, the MAC Art Library. This one is like all shimmers. It's crazy. It doesn't look like it. There's no like, actually it isn't, but who knows? I'll play with that. And then I got Charlotte Tilbury. I love her eyeshadows. Anyway, whoops. This one's pretty, but there's not really a light matte in that. It's actually similar to the Artistry one that way. You know what? I have no idea if I sprayed this top layer. Sometimes I spray it all at once. Sometimes I spray it in sections. No idea. I got a new powder that you guys saw me using today. It's the Guerlain Prism Libre. I don't know. It's pretty cool because it has 4 different sections with different colors, and it mixes together to even out your skin tone, and it has like this reflective property. So pretty. I've been getting different colors in foundations. If there is a product that you saw me using here today, I will try to link them down below, but if I missed anything, a brush, anything, just let me know and I will give you guys a link. I'll send you a link if you want something. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else I've been doing that is different. I've really been enjoying, I am obsessed. So my 2022, right? That's what we had. This mascara, oh my gosh, it's by Tarte. It's called Tartelette Tubing Mascara. Oh my gosh, you guys, hands down. That with the Urban Decay Subversion Primer. I legitimately, at the beginning of last year, was using like, not lash extensions. What are they called? Those ones, like false lashes, but they go under your lashes. Maybe they are lash extensions, but not like done by somebody. It's done by yourself. This with my new lash serum. Oh my gosh. Game changing. So good. Like my lashes, these are my lashes, like nothing else on them. I love it. So good. I did just place an order at Sephora for a couple other things. I've been loving this lipstick from Anastasia, I think it is. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Tame. Tease is the color. So pretty. I put it over everything. Gives a little bit of reflective property. And I've gone back to Buxom Lip Gloss in Celeste. Oh, so pretty. Just a little bit of shine to it. It's usually, I don't do that until I'm done my hair because it'll stick to it. I let my hair cool for a little bit and then I brush it out, but for now we're gonna let it sit. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. Do you guys enjoy these? Do you miss it? Is there anything you want to see from me this year? I do appreciate so much all of you sticking with me for so many years. If you've been around here for a while, let me know. I love hearing that. So I really do appreciate it and enjoy every single one of you and talking with all of you, but I'm thinking it's going to be fun to get back to the basics. You guys let me know what you think too. So if you have any questions, like I said, let me know down below. If there's a product I didn't link or that you just want some information on, let me know as well, and I'll send that over to you. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.